So this is perhaps the biggest sign that NATO is almost there to retaliate against the Russian aggression. NATO is almost there. Now this is the sign, and this sign is something you need to know, because when I heard this, I was shocked, because I never thought NATO will come this far in order to issue some warning, dire warning to Russia. And when they issue warning, they mean it. NATO is not an ally to be played with. So what is that sign? What did they say? What it is that made me to make this video to come and talk to you, because things can escalate, things can go wrong, things can get worse, and tomorrow you might wake up with WW3 happening. I'm literally meaning it. Okay, don't take me for granted. So what is that one thing I want to share with you? This video is all about that. This video I want to talk to you about that. Now let's talk about, before I mention to you the preparation NATO took, I want you to understand this. For a very long time, US, UK, Canada, Australia, all of these countries for a very long time talking about Russian aggression against Ukrainian and Ukraine border, Ukrainian government, the entire country, for a very long time. And Germany now is also included. Germany is now on board, and they are now coalescing, and they're talking about this for a very long time with real dire consequences. This is what they said. But they never said, important, interesting, they never said, not one single head of state said that we are actually going to do this. If you do this, yes, they did say, but not militarily. Military threat never came from any of this head of state. It was all about sanctioning. If you do this, we'll do that. What is that sign? What is it that I want to talk to you about today? And that is, dear viewers, is a military threat. And that military threat is not about something that will happen in the future. It is not conditional. It is not something just lip service. It is actually right there. What is there? I want you to take a look at this photo, I should say, not a video. Take a look at this photo. NATO. See that? NATO, he is the Secretary General. And he said this: NATO has over 100 jets at high alert protecting our airspace. Means these 100 jets that they have, they are now going to shoot missiles, and they're going to fire, and then they're going to shoot down any Russian fighter jet. Means WW3. Now, very, very interesting. I want you to take a look at this one too. So what happened between Turkey and Russia is going to be something very, very alarming. And this is what I want you to focus at the same time. And I really am very, very anxious about the whole development. We found out somehow one of the NATO allies, Turkey, is being caught in this quagmire. Okay, they are caught in the quagmire, and now Turkey really has to make a decision. If Turkey makes the wrong decision, we might see Russian aggression in the future against Turkey. Not now. Not now. Why? Because Russia would not want to do anything against Turkey. But in the future. When? Soon. So what is it that Turkey is doing? You ready? You ready? This is the situation Turkey is right now. We said in the past again and again that a war can come in the European countries, and then obviously that will spill over to other countries in Asia and whatnot, and then eventually that would mean a WW3 all-out war. Okay, so this is what I want you to understand here. Hours after Russia launched, quote, attacks on Ukraine on Thursday, Kiev asked Turkey, means Ukraine, to close the Bosphorus and Dardanelles Straits to Russian ships. Means if Turkey decides they are going to close the Bosphorus and Dardanelles, I think that's how it's spelled or pronounced. If they close this passage, that means Russia cannot use their warships on this Strait of Bosphorus and Dardanelles, which would mean Russia would not have the freedom of maneuvering if in case they need that passage. Turkey has upper hand. Turkey said in an agreement that was made in 1936, this is called Montreal's Convention. In that convention, they said we are going to decide which warship from which country can enter into these straits, and if we want, we will close. So if Turkey does decide we are gonna stop Russian warships coming through this passage, that would obviously mean Putin getting very angry. Now he's not going to say anything to Erdogan at the moment because he's already dealing with Ukraine. But what he may do, subjective but possible, that he will retaliate against Turkey in some way, shape or form, especially militarily. Russia might even consider option of creating some instability somewhere in Turkey. Once Russia has upper hand in that passage, in that area, in the passage, in the strait, then Russia will become unstoppable. Russia need these Bosphorus and Dardanelles straits because they want to deal with Europe through this passage with their warships. It will be much easier for Russia then to actually go after these countries. Now, in the 1936, world powers including UK, Soviet Union, France agreed in Montreal, Switzerland, that Turkey would control the Bosphorus and Dardanelles as a result of its close proximity to Russia, Ukraine, Romania, Bulgaria, and Georgia on the Black Sea. These countries are called the country of Black Sea because they all are neighboring countries. In addition to control of the straits, the convention gives Turkey power. Now this is important, very, very important. In addition to control the straits, means the Bosphorus and Dardanelles, Turkey has the power to regulate the transit of naval warships, including closing the straits to all foreign warships during wartime, means now. Putin is a very good ally with Erdogan. Russia and Turkey, they worked hard and now they are very, very good friends. But for Putin, your smile means nothing. He means business. He wants Erdogan to help him. He doesn't want to be subjected to a third country for his warships to pass by, especially when it comes to countries like Bulgaria, Romania, the Black Sea neighbors. Russia doesn't want Turkey to have upper hand. It creates a problem. Remember, Putin, if we consider that Putin's ultimate goal is to control over these countries, not maybe the entire European countries, but some of these countries, they have already shown signs. For example, Belarus, coming under Russian control. Ukraine now is going to come under Russia's control sooner than later. Then you have Poland, Romania, these small countries. Putin's ultimate goal is to have those countries with him. He wants to form a NATO, a NATO-like organization, but his organization or his peace or whatever treaty that he will have is not like NATO. It's not going to be outwardly known. He's not going to declare that we are now together. Rather, he will put his puppets in these countries who will listen to him, who will obey his command. Therefore, this group, this organization will rule over the rest of Europe and also US, Canada, Australia. Things are looking pretty bad, especially after I have read this news that NATO right now is deploying, or they have already deployed 100 jets at high alert, protecting the airspace of NATO countries. Something should make all of us worry what will happen next. Thank you again. Subscribe. See you next time.